We have a title race on our hands over in the Championship with 4 clubs battling out for the top 2 spots. Who will be in prime position at the end of this weekend's games? We'll take a look at that and much more next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video today. It's all about match number 27, that's right, over in the Championship. And we'll get to it in a second. If you knew where you've been, smash your subscribe button. You want to stop shop for Championship, Blackburn Rovers, World Football. We're going to all hear under one Rooski, that's right. Now, of course, we've had the manic Christmas period. That's all done and dusted. But we are now into the back end of the season. We've broken the back of it. And currently, it's Leeds running away with the title right now, sitting in top bloody spot. But can they be there or will they be there at the end of this weekend's games? We'll take a look at that and more in a second. If you knew where you've been, hit the old subscribe, and of course big shout out to the members and of course the patrons. You know who you are. So what we're going to do now though is revisit the last round of games and then kick on forward to this weekend's drama. Alrighty then folks, here we go with a recap of the last round of games, and we're going to go through this first one pretty quickly. Burnley did beat Rovers, of course. Shit. Arse. Meanwhile, Stoke and Plymouth with a 0-0 draw. New manager for Stoke. Plymouth, as of recording, yet to find their new coach. They could be going abroad for it. Meanwhile, Swansea and West Brom also still managerless with a 1-1 draw. Got them bang on the nose. Bristol City with a 1-0 win over Derby. Albion with a 2-0 win. Hull City with a massive 3-3 draw against Leeds. So despite drawing here, they've just remained 1 point clear at the tip of the top of the table. Borough with a 1-1 draw against Cardiff. Norwich did beat Coventry 2-1. Preston did lose to draw with Oxford 1-1. I want the 0-0. Sheffield Wednesday with a 2-2 draw against Millwall with a 2-1. Sheffield United with a 2-1 away win against Watford, as I called it. Sunderland did beat Portsmouth 1-0. And with a 3-0, and QPR did beat Luton Town, which cost a man his job. That's right. Rob Edwards is no more. This is the table as we see it. It is Leeds at the top of the table by 1 point. Burnley are in second, level on points with Sheffield United, but of course they have a little bit of a better goal difference. Sunderland are within striking distance as well, and they appear to be spending some cash to try and keep up the heat at the top end of the table. Going down, it is Plymouth, it is Cardiff, it is Hull right now, but it could all change drastically this week. That's right. Let's bring you back up to date with the Super Broom. Alrighty then folks, as you can see, Jay Rich picking up a respectable 20 points this past week. Tayaby alongside with 19, and then Pennywise up there with 18.5. That's right. What's that done to the master leaderboard? Well, we'll take a look at that in a second. I think I got myself 12.5 points right there. Ain't too shabby there, guys. Overall leaderboard looks like this. It is KP21 running away with about 276 points. Newton Abbey is up there in number 2 spot, 260. Then Alex Weller is there as well. Look at me, I'm in 8th. Would you Adam and Eve it? I am in within striking distance and within possible top distance for a touching distance of those medal spots. That's right. 5 points adrift off the medal spot. Sexy Ogie's up there as well. Bloody hell, what's going on there? Of course, we are still predicting, so keep on going. If you see your name in there, please smash the old subscribe, boys and girls. This is the link if you want to get involved. It's 100% free. And of course, it just keeps on going all the way through to the end of the bloody season, playoffs and all. But we're not there yet. We are talking about these games, that's right, coming out to this coming weekend. Now I am, spoiler alert, recording this ahead of the FA Cup games, that's right. I'm going to be busy or driving this early this weekend or over the weekend, so don't know when I'll get a chance to record, so I'm getting these done now, so please bear with. Form may go out the window because of FA Cup, slightly it'll fluctuate some of the numbers, but realistically, the last time you saw me or whatever, we are talking about the same championship. But of course, form is different, and FA Cups can change that form. And also, spoiler alert, I'm not sure when I'm going to drop this video, but there are 3 championship games going on this midweek, playing catch-up games. We're talking Cardiff, Watford, Plymouth, Oxford, and of course, my beloved Blackburn Rovers taking on Portsmouth. Those games as well could affect form and also positioning to the table whenever this video goes out. So bear that all in mind, but regardless, we're going to kick it all off with a bit of a ding-dong classic coming at you over at Turd Moor. That's right, it is Burnley under Scotty Parker, unbeaten in the last 6 matches at the very least. Up against Reggie Lee's Moneybags, Sunderland, just 1 defeat in the last 6. They are 4th compared to Burnley's 2nd, and they played each other 21 times since 1994. We've got 5 wins for Burnley, 8 wins for Sunderland, but 8 draws between the two sides, with the last time they played at this very venue being a 0-0 draw. In fact, Sunderland have a bit of a thing over Burnley. Of course, the last 2 times at this place, they've come away with at least something. The last time was a 0-0 draw. Prior to that was a 3-1 win. That was in the EFL Cup back in August 2019. They've already played each other also this season at the Stadium of Light. It was a 1-0 win for Sunderland, goodness gracious me. The Mackems on the back of a 1-0 win over Pompey. That's right, Burnley on the back of a 1-0 win over Rovers. And of course, they've got 4 clean sheets on the spin. The odds for this one, 23-20 is your Burnley, 12-5 is your Sunderland, 23-10 is your draw. But I am going to go with the freaks with that extra finger. That's a 2-1 win. Burnley are cheating, that's right. Meanwhile, Cardiff, a bit Swansea, a bit of a derby over in Wales. That's right, Cardiff under Omar Ritza is grinding out some results over late, but they're still in the drop zone in 23rd with 23 points for the campaign. Up against Swansea, and Luke Williams is still there, despite being linked with jobs such as West Brom. They're coming at you with 42% form, just one defeat in the last 4, compared to Cardiff's unbeaten streak in the last 4. Played each other 20 times since 2008. 5 wins Cardiff, 11 wins Swansea, 4 draws between the two sides. Last time around over at Cardiff, it was a 2-0 win for Cardiff. That was back in September 2023. They've also played each other this season in Swansea, and it was a 1-1 draw. Cardiff on the back of that 1-0 win over Sheffield United in the FA Cup. That's right, Swansea did draw with West Brom most recently in their own backyard. The odds for this one, Cardiff are 6-4 for the victory, 7-4 is your Swans, 12-5 is the draw. And unfortunately, that's where I'm going, guys. Cannot separate two sides at the moment. Going to go with a draw on this one. Let's go to the Den, though. It's Millwall up against Hull City. 2 recently appointed coaches. Millwall under Alex Neil right now, 14th for the table, 30 points for the campaign. Coming into this on the back of a draw in the league up against Hull under Ruben Sellers. Also coming into this on the back of a draw, 42% form for them over the last 6. Played each other 23 times, these two clubs, since 2005. 7 wins Millwall, 8 wins Hull. There's been 8 draws between the two sides, including when they last played at the MKM this season, back in match number 3. It was 0-0, of course, between Hull and Millwall. Meanwhile, the last they played at this venue also ended up all square, 2-2 in the end. Goodness gracious me. The odds for this one, 2019 on is your Millwall, 12-5 is the draw, 29-10 is your Hull City. I am going with a 2-1 win for Hull, for Millwall here. Sorry, for Millwall. Alex Neil first game at the Den in the league anyway. Of course, he is a no-nonsense coach in this league. He will get results, and like this is purely one of those that he should be winning. So good 3 points in the bag for Millwall. Meanwhile, Plymouth up against QPR, coming at you over at Plymouth, aka Home Park. Kevin Nassel-Kniffel is your manager right now, but there could be a new man in the hot seat by the time this game comes around. They are rock bottom with 24th in the table, 20 points for the campaign. Back-to-back draws for them. Up against QPR under Marti Jovientes, just 1 defeat in the last 6. They are 13th right now, 32 points for the season. And they played each other 20 times since 2003. 6 wins Plymouth, 4 wins QPR. 10 draws between the two sides, including the last 3. Goodness gracious me. 0-0. A couple of games back, but previously at this venue, it was a 1-1 draw back in April 2024. They've also duked it out to a 1-1 draw at Loftus Road this season. In fact, 4 of the last 5 times they have played each other have ended up all square, with the only other one being a victory for Plymouth. Plymouth coming at you also on the back of a draw against Stoke. QPR picking up a 2-1 win over Luton, which cost a man his job. The odds for this one, 5-2 is your Plymouth, 12-5 is the draw, 21-20 is your QPR. Look a bit, should be favourites for QPR, but not me. Going to go with a Plymouth victory here, 1-0 win. Whoever's in charge taking the points on this one. Let's go to the formerly known as a Rico. What's it called now? It's called the, I don't know, it looks like it's still called the Rico. RCA Arena, Coventry under Frank Lampard, just 1 win in the last 5, 50% form for them right now, it's currently 16th for the table, 29 points for the campaign. Up against Liam Manning, who's doing A-OK with Bristol City. They are 8th, just 1 defeat in the last 6, played each other 28 times since 2007, 8 wins Coventry, 12 wins Bristol City. There's been 8 draws between the two sides, including a draw which took place back at match number 3 this season over at Ashton Gate. Goodness gracious me. In fact, they've already played each other twice this season, both at Ashton Gate, and both resulted in at least Coventry getting something from both. They picked up a 1-0 win in the Cup, in the EFL Cup back in August 2024. They also drew with Bristol City in the league in match number 3. Of course, last time around at this very venue, it was a 2-2 draw. Of course, Coventry on the back of that 2-1 loss to Norwich. Bristol City with a 1-0 win over Derby. The odds for this, we're looking at Coventry even Stevens for the victory, Coventry. 11-4 is your Bristol City. 12-5 is the draw. Going to go with a 2-0 victory for Coventry here. They're good at home, or they should be good. They should win this game at home. They've got the firepower. Of course, if it was flipped around at different venues, and then we'd be talking something different. Meanwhile, Derby up against Watford, coming to at Pride Park. That's right, Derby under Paul Warne. 4 defeats in the last 5. They're 18th in the table, 27 points for the campaign. Up against Watford, they're 5 defeats in the last 6. 4 defeats on a row for Watford. They sit 9th, 37 points for the campaign. And one of those defeats was the FA Cup. They played each other 33 times since 1994. 13 wins Derby, 12 wins Watford. 8 draws between the two sides, there's no including the last time they played at this very venue. It was a 1-0 win for Watford, who've won 3 on the bounce against Derby, including the 2-1 win at Vicarage Road in matchday number 3. Derby on the back of that 1-0 loss to Bristol City. Watford on the back of that 4-1 heavy defeat to Fulham in the FA Cup. The odds for this one, what are we looking at here? We are looking at Derby 7-5 for the victory, 9-5 is your Watford, 12-5 is the draw. I'm going Derby on this one. 1-0 win. Watford are in a bit of a slump right now, and they could do with something to get them out of it. Meanwhile, Luton Town up against Preston. Latest rumours as of recording. Again, early doors on this one. Could be matey boy from Wickham. Bloomfield could be in charge. I don't know, but currently, as of right now, Paul Trollope is taking the reins right here for Luton, who have got 4 defeats on the spin, 20 for the table, 25 points for the campaign. Against Paul Heckingbottom's Preston offend, 50% form for them right now, 15 for the table, 30 points for the season. They've won 2, lost 2, and drawn 2 over the last 6. Played each other 13 times since 2005. 5 wins Luton, 6 wins Preston, 2 draws between the two sides. The last time around at this very venue was a 1-0 win for Preston, who are unbeaten against Luton over the last 3, including a 1-0 win when they took them on at Deepdale early in the season. Luton on the back of that 2-1 loss to QPR. Preston with that draw against Oxford. The odds here, 11-10 is your Luton, 12-5 is your Preston, 12-5 is the draw here, guys. Going to go with a Luton victory here, I think. 2-1 win. I think they'll bounce back. New manager, whoever it may be, or caretaker bounce, whatever. Let's go to the Kazam. It's Oxford United against Blackburn Bloody Rovers, of course. Coming to chat at the Kazam. Oxford and the Gary Rowett. Fantastic start for Gary Rowett. 17th in the table, 28 points for the campaign. Unbeaten in the last 4. Up against Rovers. Winless in the last 5, of course, but they played each other 4 times since 2016. Rovers winning all 4 of them, of course, including the reverse fixture back in match number 3. 2-1 win it was at Ewood. The last time they played at the Kazam, it was a 4-2 win for Rovers back in November 2017 in our League One season. Oxford on the back of that 1-1 draw against Preston. Rovers did lose to Burnley most recently. The odds here, Oxford 17-10 for the victory, 31-20 is your Rovers, 23-10 is the draw. As cocky as I can be, and as idiotic and annoying and whatever, I'm going to go with a draw here. No, I'm not! Told you! I told you I'm annoying. 1-0 win, Rovers snatching it back to winning ways, hopefully, or maybe following on from a victory in midweek, maybe, hopefully, against these guys. Portsmouth up against Middlesbrough, coming to at Fratton Park. Goodness gracious me. Portsmouth under John Mousinho, they are 21st in the table as of recording. 23 points for the campaign. Up against Borough, who are 5th, 41 points for the season, unbeaten in at least the last 6 in the league anyway. They've drawn 4 of the last 5 matches and played each other 23 times since 1993. 7 wins Pompey, 4 wins Borough, 12 draws between the two sides, including a 2-2 draw at the Riverside in matchday number 3. Borough on the back of that 1-1 draw against Cardiff in the league. Portsmouth on the back of a 1-0 loss to Sunderland as of recording. Of course, it might change depending on when this video goes out. The odds for this one, Portsmouth are 7-2 for the victory, 11-8 on is your Borough, 11-4 is the draw. Not me though, guys. Going to go with a curveball here. Once again, 2-0 win for Portsmouth against Borough in their own backyard. Meanwhile, Sheffield United up against Norwich, bit of a ding-dong this one, at Bramall Lane. These two sides played each other 37 times since 1993. 13 wins the Blades, 15 wins the Canaries. There's been 9 draws between the two sides. Sheffield United on a bit of a slump right now, just 1 win in the last 5 matches, 3rd in the table, 52 points for the campaign. They are on the back of that 1-0 surprise loss to Cardiff, where they did play a bit of a weakened side. Up against the Canaries, unbeaten in the last 4, 3 wins in the last 4 as well, 58% form for them. Of course, they're fresh off the back of the 2-1 win over Coventry as of recording. They are 11th. Last time they played each other at this very venue, it was a 2-2 draw back in October 2022. They also played each other back in August. Guess what? It was a draw on that one as well. The odds here, 2019 on is your Sheffield United United 11-4 is your Norwich, 5-2 is the draw. Gonna go with a 2-0 victory here for the Blades to get themselves right back in the thick of things for the top two. Then we go to West Bromwich Albion. Again, as of recording, no manager yet, but again, by this time when this game comes around, there could be a new man in the hot seat. Chris Brunt currently doing the duties, played each other 46 times, these two sides, up against Stoke under Mark Robbins right now. Again, 46 times they've played, 12 wins West Brom, 23 wins Stoke, 11 draws between the two sides. West Brom are on 50% form for them right now, 1-2 lost to and drawn to over the last 6. Stoke unbeaten in the last 3, they are 42% form and they are 19th in the table. The last time they played at this very venue was a 1-1 draw back in December 2023. The reverse fixture at the Bet365 was a 2-1 win for West Bromwich Albion. The Baggies are on the back of that 1-1 draw against Swansea. Stoke did pick up back-to-back 0-0 draws against Burnley and then Plymouth most recently. The odds for this one, West Brom 10-7 on is your victory, 50-4 is the away win, 14-5 is the draw. I am going to go with the Baggies victory here, 3-1 West Brom, 8-0 slouches. And then finally we've got a bit of an all Yorkshire affair coming at you on Sunday, January the 19th. Be with you, that's right, Ellen Road is the venue. Daniel Farker's Leeds, top of the table as of right now, 75% form for them right now. Up against Wednesday under Danny Roll, 10th for the table, 37 points for the campaign, just 1 defeat in the last 6. They played each other 38 times since 1993, 15 wins Leeds, 11 wins Sheffield Wednesday, 12 draws between the two sides. The last time they played at this very venue was a 0-0 draw. Goodness gracious, back in September 2023. They already played each other at Hillsborough. It was a 2-0 win for Leeds, who have got 3 clean sheets on the spin against Sheffield Wednesday. Wednesday on the back of that 2-2 draw against Millwall. Leeds on the back of that 3-3 thriller against Hull City. The odds 11-4 on is your Leeds, 4-1 is the draw, 13-2 is your Wednesday. Going to go with a 3-1 victory here for Leeds to maintain their top of the table status. That is what I've got for you here, guys. Of course, make sure you get your picks in as well. Of course, using the link. Super Brew is wide open, that's right. And of course, we'll be back very, very soon for some more predictions over the championships. It's still madness in the championship, so please keep it on going. Smash the like, smash the subscribe. But until then, guys and girls, we are done.